Hello and welcome to Airgunweb.com, your home for honest, real-world airgun reviews and information, where we bring you the facts, not fluff. About 6 years ago, I fell in love shooting high-powered airguns. Now, I shortly found that I enjoyed writing about them almost as much as I enjoyed shooting them. And one of the companies that gave me an opportunity early on was Airgun Depot. And I'm happy to say that they have joined the Airgunweb family to be one of our top sponsors. Today I'm reviewing the Crosman MTR 77MP. This gun certainly breaks away from the traditional break barrel look and feel, so sit back and relax as I take a look at the new Crosman MTR 77MP. The Crosman MTR 77MP is a nitro-piston break barrel airgun surrounded by a composite stock shaped to look like an M16 or AR-15. The weight and balance is amazingly similar to the firearm it mimics. The materials used for the stock and aesthetics feel extremely well made and do not feel like cheap plastic. The stock is ambidextrous and pulls well to the shoulder. The flat top receiver is metal and will accept any Weaver style mount. This version of the rifle does not ship with any open sights, so Crosman bundles a 4x32 center point scope. Unfortunately, the rings were not the heavy duty rings pictured on the box, and I was unable to get the bundled scope to hold zero. Now, I'm not sure if this was due to the scope or the rings, but once I realized the problem, I simply replaced the scope and mounts with something more appropriate. I opted to go with the Hawk 2-7x32 Sports HDIR scope and a set of UTG heavy-duty mounts. This combination works extremely well with this rifle. The etched glass reticle is more resilient to the harsh recoil this gun produces, and the Weaver mounts lock tight down to the rail and prevent any slippage. Other unique features of the MTR 77MP include the built-in sling mounts and magazine storage. This would be a great place to store a 177 bore snake for quick barrel cleaning in the field. Lastly, the rifle is burdened with the traditional Crosman trigger. The second stage on this trigger is extremely long and pulls hard at 5 pounds 2.5 ounces. It is smooth, however, which is an improvement over other Crosman guns that I've tested. There's a manual safety located in front of the trigger. Although the look and feel of the MTR 77MP is dramatically different from other break barrel airguns, it operates exactly the same way. Let me go ahead and walk you through the process. The first thing we want to do is go ahead and engage our manual safety. Next, we'll pull down the barrel until it locks into place, making sure to always secure the barrel with your offhand while you're loading the pellet. Load the pellet, close the barrel. Now we'll aim the gun at our desired target, release the safety, and squeeze the trigger. Let's do that again. Safety on, cock the gun. It's a little awkward because of the angle it takes to load this, but that's all right, you'll get used to it. Don't get lazy, always secure the barrel. Load the pellet, aim the gun at your desired target, release the safety, and squeeze the trigger. Shooting the Crosman MTR 77MP is definitely a lot of fun as long as you're not trying to achieve match-grade accuracy. You can get reasonable accuracy, but it's going to take a lot of practice and patience. Because of its design, use of the artillery hold can be problematic because you just can't get the same balance that you normally would from a traditionally designed break barrel. With that said, it's accurate enough to get the job done out to about 20 yards, and more importantly, it looks amazingly cool while doing it. The numbers on the box for the Crosman MTR 77MP tout that it can shoot up to 1200 feet per second with lightweight alloy pellets. The best I was able to do with the lightest alloy pellet I could get my hands on was about 1130 feet per second. Frankly, that's pretty close to 1200 FPS, although I do wonder what the point is shooting such a light projectile when accuracy is just going to be non-existent. The most accurate pellet for the Crosman MTR was the Crosman Premiers in the cardboard box, weighing in at 7.9 grains. These pellets averaged 876.7 feet per second with an extreme spread of 13.5 feet per second and a standard deviation of 3.7 feet per second. The average energy was 13.21 foot-pounds. One other thing to consider is that this rifle is relatively loud as compared to other break barrel airguns. It topped out at 104.7 in my indoor tests. When it comes to accuracy, the MTR 77MP is going to make you work for absolutely every shot. The extremely long and hard trigger pull makes it very difficult to hold steady on the target while shooting. Now here are some shot groups at both 10 and 20 yards. These are pretty consistent from what I was getting across multiple groups at both ranges. When I consider purchasing a rifle like the MTR 77 MP, I'm looking to buy something unique and fun. And on those two levels, this rifle frankly excels. However, there are some areas where it does need some work. The bundled scope would not hold 0 in my testing. I'm not sure if this was due to the mounts or the scope itself. The noise level was also uncharacteristically high for a Crosman nitro-piston airgun. And lastly, the length of the second stage and the trigger pull weight made it much harder than it needed to be to see consistent accuracy. But even with all that said, I still actually enjoyed shooting this rifle, if not purely for the fact that it looks nothing like any other break barrel airgun on the market. With the right pellet, scope, and of course enough trigger time, I was able to get things dialed in enough to enjoy it and make me want to take it out again. Airgunweb has come a long way in the past 6 years, from a couple of sponsors to many. And now we're happy to have Airgun Depot join us as one of our top sponsors. Please be sure to visit airgundepot.com and look for their upcoming Airgun blog. I'll be posting regular articles every week, so please come join in the conversation. And while you're there, take a look around their site and do a little shopping for your next airgun-related purchase. When you're looking for honest, real-world airgun reviews, think Airgunweb, where we tell you the facts, not fluff. I'm Rick Utzer with airgunweb.com. Thanks again for watching.